So a lot of y'all want to talk about boyfriends, what to wear when meeting your boyfriend's parents. The last time I met a boyfriend's parents was 2 years ago when the guy I was dating invited me to Sicily to watch his sister get married, which would have been like hella romantic had the trip not been totally traumatic. First of all, Sicilians are fucking crazy and they eat about 50,000 meals a day, and they kept force feeding me. Like, his mom was literally shoving food down my throat like with her bare hands. You know how the first few days of a trip you're kind of constipated? So all this food had been like building up inside of me for days, and finally it's the last night. They're having the big wedding dinner at their home with every single person they've ever met, basically. They're feeding me, and I'm like, stop, I can't take anymore. And finally, I reach my breaking point, and I feel my stomach exploding. And I run to the bathroom. I'll spare you the details, but it was like Chernobyl in my butt. And so I go to flush the toilet, and it won't flush. And I remember that my boyfriend told me that sometimes in Sicily, the mafia like controls the plumbing and try to get money from people. Anyway, so I'm like basically screwed, and I can't even jump out of the window because we're like 5 stories up. And I don't want to break my bones because the hospitals are really bad in Sicily because the mafia controls that too. So I'm panicking, I'm sweating, and I'm crying, and I'm texting my mom long distance, and I don't know what to do. And so finally, I go to the kitchen, and I go to the mom, and I'm like, look, please help me. Like, I have a really big problem. Like, please don't tell your son about this. I really like him. As a woman, you should understand. Blah, blah, blah. And I show her what happened, and instead of helping me, she just like screams, makes my boyfriend look at it, and needless to say, after we got back to Milan, he never talked to me again. And not only that, but my outfits didn't work out either, because like my first night there, the dad made a comment about how I was going to get arrested for prostitution in that dress, and then at the wedding I brought the wrong thing because I actually specifically bought a colorful flowery dress because I usually only wear black, and then it turns out the Sicilians wear black to weddings. So I was only like idiot in flowers. If you dress like a lady, you can get away with not acting like one. Okay, so basically, you need to impress both the mother and the father. Assuming he has both, because if he doesn't, dress like a party girl, so they aren't surprised when you start dancing on the dinner table. For the mother's sake, wear something very uncomfortable, like a corset. That way she'll know that you're ready for true commitment, marriage, and motherhood, because those are all very uncomfortable things that make you want to kill your. Dress like a bum so they don't have any expectations. Because the last episode of Girls was really depressing. And for the dad, wear something slutty that makes him jealous of his son. You want to look expensive, so the parents know that if you do marry into the family, they're gonna have to spend hella money on your birthday gifts. The last time I had a boyfriend, he was someone else's boyfriend. And by boyfriend, I mean husband.